hello, hello, hello. Every time I go live, I feel like I need to like showcase the new Scentsy products because I've been slacking. I've been slacking on showcasing. I don't know if you just heard the beginning of my video, but I said, yay, yay, yay. No, you didn't say yay. You said, hi, hi, hi. I'm so excited. It is Wednesday. Wednesday's a beautiful day. Wednesday's a beautiful day. My hair's up because it's due for a wash. I was going to do an Insta story. I don't know if you follow me on Instagram. It's anecdotes. Let me show you what it is. So it's anecdotes. ANICKDOTS. Okay. Feel free to come follow me there. So I was going to do an Insta story about exactly what I was about to talk. And I said, you know what, Nick? It's been a while since you've gone live on Facebook. So I decided to go live on Facebook. I had a chat with someone today. I don't want to name names, but a friend stopped by just for a little visit. Hi, friend, saying hi. Thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting. So my friend stopped in and he was just kind of complaining about life and things. And I said, you know, life is hard. Life is hard. And I had to remind him that we are all vibrating on a certain frequency. All the thoughts in our mind are a frequency. Our actions is a frequency. What we read is a frequency. What we eat is a frequency. Right now I'm currently having cereal. Like, I forget what these are called. That's a low frequency right now. That's a low frequency. What we see is a frequency. What we internalize is a frequency. Pretty much everything's a frequency. And when you start understanding that, that's when you can start to start tuning into your frequency. So he was just telling me like, oh, I hate where I live, and this, and life, and 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 I say, okay, well, your frequency is turned real low. You know? You're in this state of like lacking. Your thoughts and everything is just like lacking. Like, I hate where I live. You know, I want to find my soulmate. I'm just lonely, and that's your bubble. We are a massive antenna. And if your antenna is like lacking, it's gonna go, me find lacking. Let me go find some more sadness. Let me go find some more uncomfortableness. Let me find some more loneliness. That's what we do. We start attracting that. There's a few things that can get you out of this. There's a few things to elevate your frequency. There's a lot of things that you can do to elevate your frequency, but the biggest thing to do is your life that bad? Really? Is your life that bad? You have a warm place to stay. You have food in your fridge. You have food in your belly. You have clothes on. You're alive! You know? You have a family that loves you. You have people around you that love you. There's a lot of things to be grateful for. So instead of being in the space of lack, be like, you know what? I hate where I live, but you know what? I'm going to be grateful for where I live. I'm going to be grateful that I have clothes. I'm going to be grateful that I have a bed to sleep in. I'm grateful for the food that I have in my fridge. I'm going to be grateful that I do have a family. I'm grateful that I have this beautiful, incredible person, me, in their life to tell them how amazing they are. And, you know, so then all of a sudden your vibration goes, ee. And then there, when you start appreciating your life and appreciating what you do have, that's when you get more. That's the only time you start getting more. Thank you, Aaron. We need to count our blessings. And I told him, wake up every day. Actually, driving home, when you're leaving my house, when you drive home, think about all the great things that are happening in your life. And when we think about all the great things that are happening in our life, they get bigger. They get bigger. You know, it's funny. I knew this in college. Before college, I was super depressed. Like most of my life, teenage years, I was really depressed. And I just thought I was stupid. I thought I was dumb. I thought I was ugly. I thought nobody liked me. I can't go to university. My teachers told me not to go to university. I've been tested because, I don't learn like everybody else. And I'm ADHD and nobody understood me. And then I was barely eating. So everyone thought I was anorexic. Like my mom. And I got a bunch of tests, and I always thought that I was the oddball out, and I'm the oddball out, and nobody really understands me, and then that world, and then all of a sudden I'm growing up, and I'm attracting these people that are this vibration. I'm attracting that type of consciousness. I'm attracting all of that, okay? Then all of a sudden I started finding out that you are in control of your thoughts. And Nick, the universe is actually on your side. God is on your side. Then as soon as I realized that the universe, the world is not against me, no! A whole shift happened in my life. Then all of a sudden I was like, okay, Nick, you're depressed right now. So you're going to go and bombard yourself with positivity. And all my close friends, all my best friends are like, Anik, are you okay today? And I'm like, yeah, why? Well, you just posted a million positive things, and this is what you do when you're low. And I was like, it's just nice when your people know who you are, and know how you are. And that's what I did. That's what I did. When I am sad, I go into this positive bubble. Okay. Now, fast forward, life got busy, blah, blah, blah. Nick had Scentsy business, blah, 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 blah. 2020 hits. 2020 hits. The rabbit holes come. Conspiracy, all of that. All of a sudden, there's a disconnect, and all of a sudden, I fall into these traps. Guys, I still believe what I believe. I do not think that everything that's happening is not on purpose, okay? But I needed to find, I'm like a truth seeker. I want to find the truth. I want So then what was happening was that I was going down these rabbit holes and I was finding the truth, but I was focusing on all of this stuff. And then all of a sudden, up there in my world was like collapsing around me. So it's very interesting. I was negative. I became positive, and then I was negative. I was fearful. I was afraid. This has never happened before. It's totally normal behavior, guys, so don't be so hard on yourself if you did what I did. What I'm noticing is that everybody who did that is like, all right, I now know what I know. I now can move on. And now I'm seeing this beautiful transition happening where people are now focusing on the light, focusing on the good, focusing on the positive. And that's exactly what's happening. And what's really cool is that 2020 is a new awakening. You may have lost friends along the way. They weren't really your friends. Okay? If I've lost friends, and if you're watching this and I've lost you as a friend, you're not really my friend because you would have stuck around. You're friends with your people while they're good and bad and, depressed and all of those things. So what I find happened in 2020 is just eliminated a lot of things so that you can raise frequency. Another way to bring up your frequency is to pray. Okay? Praying is like the biggest frequency booster ever. What is the highest frequency thing we've ever had on this planet? His name's Jesus, and his father's God. And I remember watching a documentary a long time ago. This is when I didn't even believe in God. And they would test water. They would take water and they would write a word, like, a bad word. They put a bad word, and then they'd grab the water, they'd freeze it and look under a microscope, and it would be like this ugly, yellow, dark thing. Then they would write the word love. Then they would write the word God. And every time they tested the word God, it was the most magical snowflake they've ever seen. When they tested the water or the word with this vibration machine, the word God vibrates on the highest frequency of any word that we use. Probably because he's legit. Okay? Sorry. What's the word I'm trying to think about? Spoiler alert! He's real. He loves you. And he's just waiting for you to ask about him. And if you don't believe in him, you can keep along that path. But I've seen, and I have seen so many more people following God and following Jesus because things are really shifting. And it's not a coincidence that people who are going through a really hard time find God, and it's the only thing that helps them get out of where they were. When people are addicts, it's God that helps them get out to where they were. Some, I'm generalizing, obviously. So, if your vibration is on a low frequency, you can pray to whatever you want to pray, but I'm saying that the word God has the highest frequency. So we need to bring up our frequency. So if you are always constantly attracting negativity, it's because we're always being tested and you're not listening to your body. You're not listening to your mind. You're not listening to the angels trying to talk to you. They're trying to tell you that you're incredible, that you're worthy, that you deserve happiness. But for some reason, most of us are still listening to the lies in our head saying that we're not good enough. And I will only be happy if this happens to me. That is a bunch of BS. That's a lie. We have 90,000 thoughts per day in our mind. And we have the exact same thoughts tomorrow and the next day. No guff, some of us are going crazy. You're not. And you have control over your thoughts. And 90%, 80% of those thoughts are negative. And you are the creator of those thoughts. Satan does come in and try to tell you that you're not worthy. He'll come in and tell you you're not worthy. And he'll remind you of these horrible things that you've done and all these friendships you've lost. Like, you've lost all these friendships. Like, obviously there's something wrong with you. Oh, there's always drama in your life. Like, you're probably the problem. You are incredible. You are amazing. And you need to own up and take control of your frequency. You can journal every day and bring up your vibration like that. Journal all about how happy you are and how grateful you are and how amazing things are happening in your life. You can go and volunteer and help your community and you'll see how lucky you are. You can test this theory and be like, hey, God, okay, for 7 days, God, I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to see if something shifts in my life. God, are you real? If you say that to him every day for 7 days, guaranteed your whole life is going to change. I know it. Because he's so powerful right now, guys. It is a spiritual war that's happening right now. It's a spiritual war. Evil is real. Satan is real. God is real. Okay, so people are they're like flip-flopping between, the good and evil, And like if all you care about is fancy things, fancy house, fancy friends, nice clothes, that's just an empty world. That's an empty life. That's not sustainable. That's not real happiness, okay? So if you care about materialistic things, you're sure going to fall flat on your face and wonder why. This is one of the reasons why I love the Scentsy community, because it has nothing to do with material things. At the beginning of my Scentsy career, I was I was one of the top reps for sales and recruiting. And I was just so mind blown that my name's not ranked up into this list of people. And I just didn't understand because I'm from a sales environment and I want to be the best. And I'm super competitive and I want to be the best and I want to see my name above everyone so that I know that I am the best. Scentsy's not like that. They post lists alphabetical and you just don't know who's the best. Because you alienate a majority of people by doing that. And for you to be the best, you have to be stepping on other people. And it changed my whole concept of it all. There's a book I read, The Courage of Being Disliked, about this philosopher having a conversation with this. Oh, The Courage. I don't know. It's right there. It's such a good book. And he was talking about that philosophy, how we should just all help each other out, love each other, inspire each other, and then we all go up. Instead of this like corporate world where, you know, there's the bottom of the chain and then there's the top. It's not like that. And Scentsy has just completely transformed my life in how I motivate my group, how I inspire my group, how we are a full-blown community. You know, I message a few of my girls on like my Scentsy sisters who are don't make money off me or vice versa. We're completely different families. And I'm like, can I have your password for your account? Like, I need to copy some stuff because I'm just like, you know, lots is going on, and you know, and I want to get motivated and back into my business and create systems. And they've already created systems. Like, yeah, for sure. Here it is. I've never met people so generous and sharing what they've done in the Scentsy community. It's insane. I've never experienced this. I've been part of like 6 other direct sales companies. So, but it's because we have a different philosophy in Scentsy. It is all about the culture. It's not about wax and warmers. It's not about making money. It's all about personal growth. And do you ever grow when you start a business? When you start an online store? I don't understand why not everybody's jumping onto starting an online store. I don't understand. Everybody needs an online store right now because we're never getting out of this, guys. The world is completely changing. There will be never a normal, like, get that out of your head. Okay? Things are changing. Everything's going online. And we have an online store for you for $129, and you get over $400 worth of product when you start your business, and then you can start showcasing your products. But of course I had to drop Scentsy in there. If anybody wants to join, feel free to come join me. Or if anybody wants to do a Scentsy party, I need Shelly. Shelly wants to do a Scentsy party with me. I have a couple girls that want to do a Scentsy party, so I need to get organized. Anyways, all I'm saying is, actually, I had a message from a really good friend of mine who said this. So if people are hurting you in your life, or if there's been a situation in your, sent me this article. You know, it's hard to take things not personally. When something happens to you, it's so hard to not take it personally. But it's not a reflection of who you are. It's simply where they are on their consciousness. All right? So we are all bubbles of frequency, and we're all floating on our frequency. And when this person is like looking at you being like, oh my God, you're in direct sales, or oh my gosh, like you're doing this, or oh my gosh, you believe this, or oh my gosh, whatever. This person, it hurts your feelings. Of course it does. Of course it hurts your feelings. You're human and you have feelings, and you don't want people to think badly about you. You don't want people viewing you in a bad light. And then when they say these things, you're like, am I? Do other people think like that? And then that's what happens. This person is living with their own frequency. And when you live through your own frequency, you are going to say your own frequency. Nothing really positive. I won't say nothing, okay, because we evolve if you want to. But when this person, most cases, they will project that type of frequency. So don't take it personally. You're over here, you know, trying to be the best you. Trying to be the best you. That takes effort. When you put in effort, you are evolving. You are growing. This is amazing. Keep it up. And it's just interesting that we let people over here who aren't evolving, who don't want to grow, who don't want to open up their minds, hearts, souls, allow these people You know, we allow what they say to bring us down. And then when we allow it to bring us down, we start doing this. So it's important for us to not take anything personally. When you're going to start a business, or start a hobby or start anything, people might question you like, oh my God, everybody does that. Oh my God, you too. Oh my God, cool. I'm not going to take this personally. They are reacting on their own frequency. It's not my frequency. It has nothing to do with me. It's because they wish they had the balls to do what you do on a daily basis, whatever that is. All right? So my message to you is learn how to raise your frequency and keep putting effort on raising your frequency, and you will change your life. And that's what I'm working on every single day. Every single day I work on that. And sometimes I fall. And sometimes I crash. Sometimes I say things I wish I wouldn't have said. Sometimes I say things I wish I wouldn't have said. Sometimes I do things that I wish I wouldn't have done. But I realize I'm human. And I got to give myself grace. And I have to forgive myself. And then move on. And if the people around me have a problem and can't let that go, and can't see my heart or know who I truly am, a great person who's constantly working on herself, and if I've lost friends along the way, you just got to go by because you're doing nothing wrong. We're just trying to navigate this life that has completely shifted and changed. Because sometimes I think like, oh man, Anik, like I wish you wouldn't have posted all that stuff on Facebook. But then I'll have people be like, Anik, I've learned so much. And it's funny how the other people who are like, oh my God, Anik, you changed. Anik, you've gone crazy. Anik, you live in a different world. Anik, you know, the internet's lies. It's all lies on the internet, Anik. It's funny how I've allowed those voices to be louder than these voices. I just followed my gut. The point is that we're allowed to be wrong. We're allowed to make mistakes. And if people aren't going to be in your life because you've made a mistake or you know, whatever, you don't want these people in your life. So you keep being you. I am going to keep being me. And what's really cool is that life will make sure that happens. God will make sure to allow you to keep being you. God will remove the people out of your life that have been stomping on your energy, that have been diminishing your light. God is going to remove those people, especially if you ask Him to. Okay? So, where's your frequency? Do you feel good in your heart? I think we can all agree that we all need to journal about all the great things that are happening in our life and be grateful for the things that we do have. We need to do that. We need to pray for the people who don't have the things that we have. We need to thank God and whatever you believe in, if it's the universe, thank the universe for what you have. But praying is definitely something that will elevate your frequency. So, someone said something. Connie says, this is a great message. In such a troubled time, you are right. God is love, and He loves each and every one of us. Yes, He does. And even if you don't believe in Him, guys, He still loves you. I entered this world 2.5 years ago, and I have heard about you day number 1. Oh my gosh. I guess the Sensi world. And I still follow you because you are you. You're an inspiration. Thank you. I started as a hobby, Vicky says, Sensi. Then it changed during my maternity leave because of personal growth and change I found. Now I want to inspire and help others to grow. Yes! Yes. Exactly. I love you all so much. I just want to remind you that you are incredible. It doesn't matter what people think about you. It doesn't matter what people think or are talking behind your back. It doesn't matter. Okay, the people that matter don't mind. And the people that mind don't matter. So you could go, pew, 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 pew. Don't need you. Don't need you. Don't need you. You know who you need? You need yourself. You need to realize that you're connected to something so stinking beautiful. You know? And the more you start believing that you're connected, that you are special, that you have gifts, that's just going to open up and flourish and your light's going to shine. I've decided that 2021 I'm going to be devoting my life to God this year. That's what I said. I want to volunteer. I wanted to, it's on my vision board. I want to serve. And I'm testing him. That's what I'm doing. I'm testing him for 1 year. And I'm focusing on him rather than my business. And I'm going to see where my business goes. I'm just interested. Like if I focus on the truth and love, will every part of my life blossom? And it kind of already is. I'm getting like random orders. And I got a Shelly randomly just messaged me like, hey, I want to do a Sensi party. Now I just need to get my shit in order and actually organize things and do it. Because my life is just chaotic right now. But it's just kind of happening. So I'm like, okay, all right. So, yeah. Thank you all so much for being in my life. Thank you to everybody who likes my stuff, who comments on my stuff, who recommends me as a Sensi consultant, who's ever had a party with me, who's ever joined me. You guys are on my team. Thank you so much. Thank you for the Sensi community who have always loved me, who has, loved me for me, who allowed me to be me, to flourish the way I am, and love me through my dark times. When someone's going through a dark time, they need light. They don't need you to push them out. We need to work together. And that's one of the things that we do so well with Sensi. And I am so proud to be a Sensi consultant for the rest of my life. I'm a Sensi lifer for sure. And life is better when you're laughing. I love you all so much, okay? Have yourself a beautiful day. It is Wednesday, and it's going to be beautiful because we decided it's going to be beautiful. So now, get off your phone and do something for yourself. Get off Instagram, get off Facebook. I'm spending a little bit too much time on there, and I'm going to work on my business and being intentional. And I'm gonna read my scriptures, and I'm gonna read my book, and actually I'm gonna journal. I didn't journal today, so I'm gonna journal about all the little bits of Ednick, because we all have different parts of us, and I want to talk about that. That's what my therapist told me to do. Just talk about the girl who's afraid. What is she saying? Talk about the girl who feels strong. What is she saying? Talk about the girl who lives in the unknown. What is she saying? Yeah? The more we communicate, the more that we question, the more things come up. And then the more they move on. I should read you this amazing. We are all going through a tough process at this time where all untruths are being exposed. It's a different process for everyone, but it's often challenging and painful. You're being exposed to the truth, and the truth is always a gift, even when it hurts. Do your best to sit and acknowledge your pain, and then remind yourself of your own inner power. Remember who you are, a divine soul connected to God. This pain will pass, and you're going to be so much stronger on the other side. Hold on and trust that life has your back. Connect to your soul, your guides, your angels, and Jesus to assist you in moving through this process. Remember, you are not alone, and you have way more strength than what you know. You've been through so much already, and you've always come out stronger. This is no different. This is a message for all of us. You've got this. You're being guided to your highest soul purpose. It can be a rocky ride as we confront aspects of our lives that we would rather not bear witness to, we are shedding what no longer serves us. It's our soul medicine. How beautiful. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Love you all so much. I'm going to be posting this on my YouTube video, by the way, my YouTube channel. Okay, all right.